Getting jacked to attract girls is easy actually. I'm gonna show you how you can build an attractive physique that girls love, working out only 2 hours per week. When I was 18 years old, I was working out every single day, doing tons of exercises, tons of sets, trying to build the physique of my dreams and become attractive to girls. But after 2 years, I was left with the same exact physique that I started out with when I was 18. I was making little to no progress, and all my efforts were pretty much going to nothing. But then, after starting to work out less and actually apply what I'm about to teach you in this video that will cause muscle growth, everything changed. I started gaining strength at a rate that I never thought was possible. I actually started to pack on muscle, and my physique finally changed after 2 years of being stagnant. So in this video, I'm gonna be telling you the 3 things that you need to do to build an attractive physique. And if you do all of them, you're gonna be attracting girls with ease looking amazing. This first one might cause controversy, but it's what changed absolutely everything for me. And let me explain. So about 2 years ago from this point, I'm 22 now, I read the book called The 4-Hour Body. In this book, Tim Ferriss, the author, talks about getting jacked in a completely non-conventional method. Everyone's going to the gym every single day, and he says, work out less. He says, drop all the volume. He says, just focus on the actual key things that will cause muscle growth. And I'm sitting there thinking, there is no way working out only 1 to 2 times per week, doing 1 to 2 sets per exercise, and only doing 1 exercise per muscle group is gonna cause me to have more muscle growth than me going to the gym every single day. See, I was in complete disbelief until I was like, well, I have to give it a try. I mean, I have to at least give this theory a go. And that's when everything changed, because the main factors of muscle growth are gonna be progressive overload and recovery and actual intensity. Some of those things are the most important things that you can actually focus on. So if you're in the gym hitting 5 exercises like I was for chest with 3 sets per exercise, you need to take a serious look in the mirror and reflect and see that that is not gonna allow you to get the physique of your dreams, because you're doing so much junk volume. You're not able to progressively overload every single one of those 5 exercises, and you're ending up just wasting your time, completely burning out your chest. It's taking a ton of time for your chest to recover and only get back to baseline and never actually have that time to grow. With this new philosophy, what you're focusing on is being in an optimal state of recovery and actually growing every single workout. So imagine it like this. So say you start out fresh, you're 100% recovered, and you do a workout and you follow the old method where you're doing 5 sets or 5 exercises, 3 sets, and now you're just like tanked your muscle. It's just absolutely destroyed, and you're at like 60% recovery, and you're trying to climb your way back up before that next workout. With this new method, what it states is you take 1 exercise, like for me right now, chest is incline barbell bench one day, the other day it's weighted ring dips. And then you hit that exercise really hard. You go for a PR, you're tracking your lifts, you're consistently getting stronger, and then you only drop down to maybe, let's say like 85, 90. And by your next workout, you're already at 105. You're fully recovered and you're ready to go and actually get stronger, which reinforces this cycle of progressive overload, of the main factor of muscle growth, that's progressive overload, getting stronger every single workout, actually being able to add muscle. So that's the difference between these 2 philosophies. The common one that everyone's so wrapped up in, tons of exercises, tons of sets, versus the minimalistic, focusing on what's actually important and just doing that to the best of your ability. So this is what changed everything for me. And to break it down very simply, it all comes down to, like we've been mentioning, progressive overload. You need to be tracking your lifts, say taking incline barbell bench, saying, what did I do today? Okay, I did 185 for 7. The next workout, I just gotta get 1 rep stronger. And I have a whole progressive overload scheme that I use, but I'm not gonna go into that in that video. I mentioned it in other videos, which you can check out yourself, but I have a whole progressive overload scheme that allows me to consistently make gains even once I plateau. There's something that I can do to continue to increase the reps, increase the weight, which allows me to make consistent gains. And then the other thing is gonna be intensity. You need to be pushing yourself really, really hard. This is what it talks about in the book. It says you need to literally go to the point where you're like shaking and you're dying and you're like slowly lowering the weight, and it's like everything you have, like bringing it up would not even be the slightest thought, but on the way down, you're just like holding it, and then you like just try and hold it for like a couple of seconds even at the end. And that's how you need to be with intensity. So that's super important. If you're just going in hitting one set with minimal effort, then you might as well just do the original method. Because if you're gonna be a pussy about the gym, just stick to the 5 exercises in 3 sets, because you need that, because the amount of damage you do to your muscle is gonna be minimal no matter what. So whatever you do is inefficient anyway. So might as well do a little more because it's gonna be beneficial for you. But if you're someone who actually trains hard, who actually wants to grow at a quick rate and see insane gains, insane strength, insane improvements to your physique, then this method is gonna work for you. But you have to progressive overload. You gotta take it serious. You gotta track it. You gotta be intense with your workouts. You really gotta push yourself. I'd recommend having a bunch of caffeine, like a coffee or 2 before, or whatever pre-workout you use, because it's really gonna help you push yourself. And then the last thing is recovery. The book talks about muscles recovering at a much slower rate than you think right now. If you chat GPT it, how long does it take a muscle to fully, put that word in there, recover? Then it will tell you about 5 to 10 days. And when you think about that, you're like, oh shit, well, I'm trying to get in the gym every single day, work out. My muscles sometimes overlap between, say I do chest and I do shoulders. You're hitting the same anterior delt. You need to allow your muscles to recover without that continual just hitting them in overlapping workouts. It's not gonna go well. You need your muscles to fully recover to actually be able to get stronger and continually hit those PRs. So what I do personally is I work out full body every 4th day. I've been doing this for quite some time. If I hit a really big PR and I made some big, huge interval gaps in my progress, like I got insanely strong from 1 week to the next, sometimes I'll give a couple extra rest days to really make sure that allowing my body to fully recover. There's no need to push it. I'm in this for the long run, and I think that's the mindset you should adapt to, is that you're in this for the long run, and ironically, when you do this, you make better gains than when you're trying to just crank it all out anyway. The biggest thing that's gonna set you back is injury, but that's another topic for another day. But that's just like the recovery method that I have, is every 4th day I work out, the other days are resting. I'll sometimes do cardio, stretching, stuff like that on the rest days. And that is it. So those are the things that you need to focus on. And then there's one other thing that you really need to understand about making your physique attractive to girls. And that's the next thing that we're gonna go into. There is nothing that will get you girls like abs. This past summer, when I just got out to Sweden, I was talking to this girl. We were getting along really well. And once we were talking a little more, she started feeling my chest and shoulders. She liked my muscle. And I guess out of curiosity, she wanted to see if I had abs. So she lifted up my shirt, and then she was basically drooling, and she felt my abs, and she absolutely loved it. Girls love guys with low body fat. If you think that you're gonna build muscle and be like a big, bulky guy who's fat but has muscle, that is so much less attractive to girls. Girls really prefer guys who are lean. Even if you didn't have the most muscle, but you were lean, you would still do 10 times better than someone who is super strong, but just like really bulky and has a lot of extra fat on them. That is what girls are gonna find more attractive. So your goal should be sticking to the 8 to 15% body fat range, and then building muscle and keeping this very long-term mindset where you're just gonna be in the gym, becoming the best version of yourself for the rest of your life. It's something that you're just gonna do. And with my method, if you love working out, it's actually gonna be more disciplined for you to stick to all the rest days. So I do a little bit of cardio, a little bit of abs and stretching on all the other days. Sometimes I'll do other activities like rock climbing, I'll go hiking, just a bunch of different things, but just staying active and really applying myself with tons of intention, really showing up to those workouts and doing what I need to do. But if you're someone who doesn't like to work out, well, this kind of plays to your favor, because building an attractive physique doesn't take that much. This is not about being a bodybuilder, going on stage, being the next Mr. Olympia. We're just trying to build an attractive physique, and the necessary ingredients to do so is much less than you probably are thinking right now. And if you follow the advice from this video, you'll be so surprised in a couple of months from now, when you started to really make insane strength gains, insane muscle gains, and your physique is looking better than you did when you were working out every single day or almost every day, and you're doing so much less in order to achieve it. To be attractive to girls, it really just requires having some muscle, wherever you're at in your journey is completely fine, and being low body fat. You have those two combinations, everything else now, that's completely fine. Now you gotta focus on all of the other important things. This is just one aspect, and that's all you're gonna need. And I promise you, you'll build more muscle with this than you ever would with the everyday method anyway. So it goes hand in hand. It's like you build an attractive physique, you get the highest return on investment for the time you put into this, and you're gonna get plenty of girls too. So that's all that it comes down to. I just wanna check my notes. Yeah, we pretty much got everything. So that's all for this video. What I do is I help guys attract the girl of their dreams. So I do this through helping them build attractive physiques, communication, teaching them everything they need to know about female psychology so they can get girls, and so much more. So if that sounds of interest, go ahead and book a free one-on-one coaching call with me where we'll discuss your exact dating life and give you actionable specific things that you can walk away with and do to improve your dating life right now. If that sounds of interest, go ahead and book a free coaching call with me. There are limited spots. We're only taking on 3 new coaching clients this month. And once those slots are filled up, those free coaching calls stop as well. So make sure to book yours in while you can. See you guys on there. Have a great day, everyone.